Welcome back, everyone, to pattern making class with Dr. Baugh and Susie. And I have an assistant over here, Julian. I think I said it wrong. Jillian. Okay, anyway, she's my assistant. She gets things right. Okay, we are going to do another collar. This time we did the Chinese collar. Here it is. And we're going to do, it's a standing collar. We're going to do another standing collar, but this time we're going to do it with a convertible neckline. All right? So first thing, we want to mark it. Okay, what are we going to mark?
Center front?
Yep, we're going to mark, well, we're going to do center, we're not going to mark center front, we're going to mark center back. Okay, but we're going to mark the lengthwise grain, 1 inch from the edge, and then we're going to mark the crosswise grain. Okay, and we're going to mark one more thing. We need another guideline, okay? So I'm going to go over towards this area in the front, and I'm going to go up 1/2 inch, and I'm going to mark that, okay? All right, and we're going to, you'll see how we use that, okay? So let's go ahead and put this on. Oh, I have a little mark there, have to be careful. Okay, so I'm going to, oh, I forgot to dedicate this session to Dr. Burnham, who was the original pattern making teacher of this class. Okay, well, at least in this building, how about that? Okay, so I'm going to put this on, center back, okay? And since I already know how high I want it, I'm just going to go ahead and pin that down as well, and we'll go with the 1 inch. Should we do something different, wild and crazy, and do it 1 inch? How's that? Just kidding, it's not that crazy. But anyway, there's 1 inch. Okay, now we need to do, we got to do some slashing here so that we can get this around. We got to clip that seam allowance, or we're not going to be able to move it around the neck. Okay, and we're careful not to go through the seam line. Okay, I'm going to bring this around. Okay, I'm going to mark it at the shoulder. Okay, and now, right here, between the back neck and the shoulder, I'm staying right on my cross grain line. Okay, and see we have 90-degree angle here, but I bring it around, and when I get to the shoulder, from the shoulder to the neck, I'm going to switch, and I'm going to go to the line that's a 1/2 inch above. Okay, so that I can get a closer curve on the neck. Okay, so when I do that, so I want to end up about there, but see how I'm getting some wrinkles here? Because I'm going to switch my seam line here, I can actually clip in just a little bit more, okay, to try and get that. So I can actually go through that first line, because I know I'm going to actually move it to the other line. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here now. This is a guideline. I did a guideline a 1/2 inch above. On your dress form, you may not need, you may go a little bit higher than that guideline or a little bit lower. But that gives us a place to start. Okay, so when I bring this down, okay, so I was pretty much right on that 5/8 at center front. Okay. Okay, so there we have it. And now can you see how it's much closer to the neck? I need to do a few more clips here. Okay. Okay, there we go. Can you see how much closer that is to the neck with that convertible neckline? Because I've taken it and gone inside. So there, I'm pretty much finished draping it. So now I'm going to mark it. Okay, so I'm going to mark where my center front went. So there's that. And then we decided to go 1 inch up. So now I'm going to follow this neck and go keep it right on that inch. In fact, I'm going to pin it first. Okay. go up and pin it right on the neckline, center front. Okay, all right. So I'm going to put a little mark there. And this one is the one that's kind of the L shape. Okay, because that indicates to me that I need to draw in, down, and around. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to have to do is, because this one original line does not follow my neckline all the way over, and the guideline does not follow my neckline all the way over, so I've got to mark in my neck. So what I'm going to do is just put in a little, kind of feel where it goes, and then just put in little dots all along the neck, okay? And then there's the shoulder. Okay, so there's my new neckline. That's how high I want my collar. And then I'm going to come over here and mark in an inch here. Okay? There. Anything else I need? Whew. This little Susie thinks it can do whatever it wants here. Okay, so I'm ready now to take it off and finish drawing in my lines. Okay. Okay, so this is where I kind of true up my lines. First thing I'm going to do is follow these dots and kind of go through the dots, and if one's way out of line, then I would probably kind of ignore that and just true it up. Now this one is a straight line, so I can just draw that in. Okay, and then I want this to be an inch from here, so I'm going to put that in. And this part is usually just straight. And then I'm going to dot in an inch here. There. And so I can go ahead and true up this, make this line. Okay, I came down a little bit from there. All right, and this is my shoulder line, so I'll kind of make that. Okay, so there is my standing collar with a convertible neckline. Okay, now this is my center back. Okay, and I'm going to put that on the fold again. Now my center front is only that one point. Okay, this center front is my one point. It actually followed center front, but, well, so that whole line in this collar could be the center front, but on most collars it's just a point. So the next one you'll see how that works. Let's see, so this one is, I'll just put standing collar. Okay, and we need to cut 2 of those. And I need to draw in my seam lines. Okay, and I need 1/4 of an inch on the style edge. Okay, and you can just use your clear rulers and just kind of move it, because it is a curve. Okay, and then on the, now this right here, this one should stay at an inch. And this one is an inch here, but it kind of starts to curve. But because it's along the neck, I'm just going to keep it at an inch. All right? So I'm just going to mark that in. Until it just gets down there. So I can just go straight down there. Okay, so I'm ready to go ahead and cut this. So You can draw this in if you like. I'm just gonna kinda eyeball it with the dots that I've done so we can keep moving. And these fat felt pens make for funny lines, but at least you can see it good. There. Okay, so there's my standing collar with the convertible neckline. Okay, any questions on that one? I'm gonna put these